I'm doing well. You, my sister.
A girl stuck in traffic somewhere because we're not at the normal base. So she's coming to where I am, but she's stuck in traffic. So I'm like, well, I'm waiting too long for this brother. I don't know if he's got other things to do. So I'm starting. I'm just getting on with it.
Yep, not a.
How how are you doing?
I'm doing very well. I'm doing very well. Very excited to have this conversation and talk to some sisters that are across the pond. This will be my first time doing something like this, so I'm
Wow,
yeah.
nice. So it's for anyone that's listening and watching, because even though it shows that we haven't got much followers at the time watching, we always find when we go to save it, there's been loads on because we've been shadow banned and been put in instant penitentiary for like loads and loads of times. They've just locked us off. Because if you look through our stuff, we're quite kind of political and radical, but from a Pan-Africanist stance. So, yeah, and people watch it, but we'll watch it back as well. So, tell people what you do and what is numerology, etc., etc.
Okay, yeah. So I'm here to talk about numerology. So that is one thing that I do. I'm a numerologist, but I'm also a high school English teacher here in the United States and in the state of New Jersey. I also co-host a few podcast programs, Unread Book Review with Nick and Rue, which is a podcast in which we discuss books that we own but haven't read, or books that we read a long time ago that we need to revisit. So that airs every other Saturday on YouTube. I'm also the facilitator on Family Finance Friday with DJ the Money Coach on YouTube as well. And I do my numerology content on my YouTube channel also. I give monthly forecasts, universal forecasts, what the people throughout the world can expect based on the numbers associated with each month, as well as weekly forecasts. So that's what I do.
Ah, nice, nice. I love the high school teacher bit because that's what my profession is actually.
Oh wow.
You know, so I love it. English as well, and humanities when I'm in secondary, and in obviously when I'm doing elementary, it's a whole curriculum. So yeah, so that's good to hear. So what is numerology, brother Nick?
Okay. So I would define numerology as the symbolic and occult meaning of numbers and how they affect people. So we all have a birthday. We have numbers in our birthday. So the numbers in our birthday tell us certain attributes and characteristics about ourselves, as well as the numbers in our name. Each letter in the alphabet is connected to a numerical value, and that tells another set of information. So I see numerology as a tool for us to know ourselves better, so we're able to navigate in through this world as successfully as possible.
Oh, wow, nice. I'm so excited because obviously I sent you my name, Kemet Imani. So I'm spelled Kemet, because some people spell it MIT, but it's not. It's with the two E's and Imani. And I'm just so interested to know.
Yes,
Oh,
the spelling makes the difference.
yeah, that's what
One
I
letter
thought.
changes the entire vibration of a name.
Oh,
So it's
wow.
yeah, yes, spelling matters.
Oh.
Yes,
So
yes,
let's get into it. Let's deal with me. What did you find out?
sure. You sent me your birthday. So your birthday's August 11th, which makes you a master number 11 person. And what that means is that in numerology, we normally uh, add until we reach a single digit number. But there are what we call master numbers in numerology, and those master numbers are 11, 22, 33, 44, 55, so on and so forth, the doubling of these single digit numbers. Now, you can consider the master number the higher octave of the energy, and when you reduce the master number down to a single digit, that's the lower octave or the lower energy of the number. And that doesn't necessarily mean like a good or a bad thing. It's just that when you carry master numbers in your name or your birthday, that means it's more powerful, and it also means it's more responsibility for you. So some of us,
Mm-hmm.
some master numbers. I'm a master number as well. I'm born on the 22nd of December, so I'm a master number 22. But not everyone that has master numbers in their name or birthday live up or are willing to live up to the frequency of that master number. So you being born on the 11th and being a master number 11, that tells me that by nature you're a visionary, you're idealistic, you're inspirational. You're someone who's highly spiritual, and maybe you've experienced spiritual awakenings throughout your life or at some points in your life.
You're good.
So yeah, so it's no coincidence that you have interest in numerology. Numerology is an ancient metaphysical and spiritual science. So people who have the master number 11 frequency, they might be connected to things such as numerology, astrology, tarot, and other spiritual modalities. The master number 11 represents the highest level of human understanding and wisdom. And as a master number 11, it is the enlightener. So you are here to light the way for other people, through big ideas. And as a visionary, ideas come to you very quickly. So it's
Definitely.
important to write down those ideas as
No,
they come to
I don't even write them down. Well, I do sometimes, but I'm just on it, and I get people on it, and they're like, "What? Don't your brain stop?"
Yeah, you got to put them into action right away when you have.
Yeah, I'm like that.
And the 11 is made up of two ones. So as when we look at the compound number, meaning the double digit number, is made up of two ones. The number one is connected to the sun in astrology. The number one represents independence, dominance, authority. So when you have the doubling of a single digit, that means it increases the power of that single digit. But when we reduce those double digits down to a single digit, 1 + 1 = 2, that's connected to love, gentleness, sensitivity, artistic abilities, sensitivity, things of that nature. Now, on the challenging side of the master number 11, because with all numbers there's positive attributes as well as challenging or negative attributes. On the challenging side of the master number 11, you have to watch out for hidden dangers and trials and tribulations, great challenges in life. So that's a little something about you being born on the 11th. There's other aspects of your birthday we can look at. We could add up the sum total of your birthday, the month, day, and the year. That will give us your life path or destiny number. There's different names for these concepts in numerology. So if your birthday number, being born on the 11th, tells us the traits that you came into the world with, your life path number tells us what you're here to learn over the course of your entire life.
Okay.
And when I added up your life path number, it adds up to a number 3. So during this life, you're here to learn how to be creative, learn how to be confident, learn how to be expressive and use your voice. See, we're doing this interview here. You're using your voice on this social media platform. I think you also, host events out in the UK. So you're using.
How do you know that? Yeah.
Yes, and you're here to learn to be optimistic and think optimistically and keep your mind on growth and expansion. You're here to grow and expand yourself personally, professionally, and to put out a positive image of yourself to the world, positive reputation of yourself on the positive side. On the negative side, You have to learn not to be jealous, learn not to get involved in scandals and gossip with people and about people. You have to learn how to do things in moderation, whether it's leisure, work, play, because the number 3 is connected to the nervous system, and by overworking or overplaying, that can lead to stress and the overstraining of your nerves. So that's a little something about your birthday, your life path, and the day of the month that you were born on. Being born, we also have life cycles too. So your birth month represents your formative years from birth to around your late 20s. Your birthday represents your second life cycle from your late 20s to about age 56. And then your birth year represents your harvest cycle from 56 on to transition. Okay, so you being born in the 8th month, that means in your early years, in your formative years, you may have had some type of leadership or authority over someone or a group of people, and may also suggest that you were very mature for your age too, as a child grown up into a young woman. Yes.
The serious side, yeah, I kind of like, yeah, I lead by example, but I'm a bit of a clown as well.
Yeah. Yes, and these numbers are also modified by the astrology too. You can incorporate the astrology to get a fuller picture. You being born on August 11th makes you a Leo, so that adds on to the fire energy that you already have, since Leo is a fire number, and you have those double ones, which are fire energies as well. But when you reduce the 11 down to a 2, that's a water number, and that creates a balance between the fire and the water.
Oh,
Yes, water representing, the emotions, the intuition, the justice, the love, and then the fire representing the passion, the dominance, the forcefulness. So at times you can feel one way or the other, depending on the day,
yeah,
and depending on how you're feeling on that particular day.
yeah.
Yeah. So your second and third life cycles both add up to a number 2. 11 adds up to a 2, and your birth year. I'm not going to say it on the air. I don't know if you want me to tell your age on the air. So I'll just say that when we add up the birth year, it adds to a 2 as well. So that would tell me that from around the time of your 29th birthday, all the way through the end of your life until you transition to the next round, to the next phase, relationships will be something that's very important to you. Choosing the right people, whether it's for business relationships, personal relationships, friendships, romantic relationships, that has an emphasis during a number 2 cycle, as well as your diet. You may be more finicky or particular about your diet at this time in your life compared to when you were maybe a young girl, young woman, because the number 2 is connected to the diet and stomach issues and stomach and gut health. So that's yeah. That's all about you.
It's so interesting.
Yes. Yes.
Anything else? What is there, or am I going into astrology now? Are there certain things you're supposed to be doing on certain days based on the number, or do you know, that kind of thing?
Sure. So you being born on the 11th, so the number 11 is connected to Leo and Aquarius. So Sunday is a good day for you, since Leo is connected to Sunday. And then when we reduce the 11 down to a number 2, 2 is connected to the moon, so Monday is another good day for you as well. So Sunday and Monday, and So yep. So those are the days that you should look out for. Also, in terms of the calendar dates, any day that adds up to a number two, so the 2nd, the 11th, or the 29th of the month, those are significant days for you as well. So if you have any big plans or things to look out for, you should plan them either on Sunday or Monday, or on days that add up to a 2.
Why the 29th? Because 9 and 1. Oh, 7. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah,
And then break it down to 6.
11 and one is 2.
Yeah, got it.
Yes. Yep. So that's how you use it. You know, you look out for those dates. You look out for those days. There's also certain months that are favorable to you. So I could go into the months in a one-on-one session. I can go into the months and cross-reference those. But yeah, the days of the week and the days, that's how you figure those out. That's how you use them.
Nice. What about if someone's born April 22nd, 1962?
April 22nd. So that would make them a master number 22, like I am. Just a different month. So So even though we're both born on the 22nd, we'll have some similarities, but we'll be different because we're born in different months. We're born under different zodiac signs, and we probably have different life path numbers. But to talk a little bit about the 22nd, you could think of the master number 22 as an extension of the master number 11. The master number 11 is the visionary that comes up with the ideas, and the master number 22 takes it a step further and puts those ideas into, they build those ideas into something tangible, something physical, the physical manifestation of the ideas. But it's also a highly spiritual number. It's made up of double twos. And as I was just mentioning a few minutes ago, the twos are connected to sensitivity. So people who carry the master number 22 are very sensitive people, since they have the doubling of that number 2. They're also very intuitive, since the number 2 is an intuitive number. And when you reduce the 22 down to a 4, it's connected to the odd and unusual. People who are born on the 4th, the 13th, the 22nd, or the 31st of the month, others might look at them as different. You know, they like to do things differently. They might be considered weird or odd. They may attract people who are very different from them, or like you might say, if this is someone that you're connected to, and they meet a new friend, and they introduce this friend to you, you might look at this person like, okay, this is an interesting individual that you just okay.
So they're a bit kind of like what people say, a bit weird,
Right.
even though they're not
Weird.
Yeah.
Weird. And that's just because they're very out of the box. They're very futuristic thinkers, and this is one of the reasons why they may attract secret enemies, because they're so different. They go against the grain. They go against popular opinion. They're, like I said, they're visionary. They're futuristic thinkers. They're ahead of their time. So people may not understand that, and that causes them to develop, secret enemies. The 22 or the number 4 is also connected to foundation. So people who carry that master number 22 or any other type of number 4, they're here to build structure and foundation for themselves, rather than considering themselves to be boxed in. It's a matter of perspective. Since the number 4 is like a box, people who carry that energy might feel that they're limited or they might face restriction, but this is an opportunity for them to really get themselves organized, really build a strong foundation for themselves. People who carry that number 4, it's not good for them to do things willy-nilly or to go with the flow. It's very important that they be very organized, very structured, very hardworking. Number 4 people are hardworking individuals, as those master builders that they are. And yeah, and then master number 22 is connected to the sign of Aquarius. Number 22 and number 4.
Oh, right, the 11 then, or is it because I'm a 2? But you said Aquarius for me as well.
Yeah, for the master number 11. Yeah, the master number 11 is connected to Leo.
That they're both Aquarius.
Yeah, and the number 2, the number 2 is connected to Cancer. Yeah, it's connected to the sign of Cancer. The number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the master number 22 is connected to Aquarius. Yeah.
Well, girls just arrived. She just setting up the stand because I had to prop it up on the box. So yeah, we're like the worst unprofessional hood rats. I don't really got the hood bit. Yeah, but we're higher. Yeah, because I'm gonna put it there to sit on. Yeah, sorry. So it also, in terms of numerology, is it connected? All right, not connected, but has a particular continents and countries have a number? Do they have a number?
Yeah, so you can determine a country or a location's number either based on what the name of the country adds up to, or you can look at the date in which that country was founded, or established.
So okay, if we were to say Africa, but we know that wasn't the original name, it goes right back. How would you determine something like that then?
Right. So, well, Africa's an entire continent. So
yeah,
we would have to go very far back or either look at individual nations or countries within Africa, and maybe look at an individual country or location. There's other sciences that take into account the map. So you have I believe it's cartography, and then also you can use the astrology too. So since each zodiac sign is connected to a number, and you can use the locations of these places to park in the stars and find the coordinates, then you can see what zodiac sign is connected to these places and what number corresponds with that zodiac sign. So I'm not too familiar with how to go about that, because that's a very broad, Africa's a very broad, place, and with a very a deep and long history. So we have to do some research and look at some dates to the previous names of the continent, and some of the dates in which some of these nations were established.
Oh gosh, I just have to hold it like this. So, sorry.
No problem.
It's just like, hold on, I'm gonna take it out of the 1 second, brother Nick. That's what I mean about us. Pause because you weren't using the app. What does that mean? I don't know what that.
Getting it together. Getting it together.
And not only that, oh right, see, you'd have to pull the stand down. And like, we're the worst for technology.
That's
Greetings, brother. We are actually, as you can see, it's like a whole comedy show. It's all the time. It's just ridiculous. I'm so sorry. We're just going to set this stand right so that girl can. How do you do this bit there?
No, it's fine. It's okay. I'll do it.
Nice bringing it down. Yes.
I'll just sort this out and then I'll give you my apologies because this is just ridiculous.
Because she didn't know she had a live today.
No, I did. There was
Yeah, exactly. I know you did.
Yeah, there was traffic and there was a bag of police all coming up here. Don't know what that was coming for you, innit?
Yeah, I'll review that one there.
Yeah, they were coming for Clement. All right, greetings, brother. I do apologise. I'm sorry for the interruption and what have you. So I'll let you continue.
It's good to see you, though, by
No,
the
it's
way.
good to see
We
you.
haven't done lives or anything for ages.
It's been a stress and struggle getting here, but brother, I'm pleased to be here. I made it. So please do carry on. Sorry.
Oh, not a problem at all. It's good to meet you, my sister. And we've been having a great time so far. We were just discussing some.
Now she come to mash it up.
No, I haven't. I have come to gain some knowledge and infinite wisdom.
No, you
from
get a
yourself.
lot.
Yeah.
You could do her next when you finish, Brother Nick.
Okay, let brother finish his question.
I think he did.
No, he didn't finish. Did you finish answering the question that Kemet asked you just now?
I did. Yeah.
You did. Okay.
Okay, so let's talk about our sister Gail here. So Gail's born on November 19th.
Yeah.
So that would make a Scorpio #1 person, and I got the #1 by adding 1 + 9 = 10, 1 + 0 = 1. So we're adding until we reach a single digit.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a balance between being a water sign and the fire number. So on the water, on certain days, you might feel more emotional and sensitive and intuitive. But on
other days, I'm like,
that's so like me then.
That was it.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yes, because Sister Kemet, you have that #2 for your birthday. So you have the fire number. I'm sorry, the water number with the fire sign.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have the water sign with the fire number.
They have that's why we connect. Yes. Does that mean why we have that kind of strong connection?
It's very possible.
Yeah.
So what that means is, with the water sign, at times or certain days you may feel sensitive, intuitive, emotional, but with that fire number, that's connected to dominance, power, passion.
Mm-hmm.
And so certain days you might feel one way, certain days you might feel another way, depending on how the
I was in my fire number driving up here. That's where I was driving up here in my fire number.
Yes. So to talk more about that fire number, that #1, people who a #1 person like yourself, and your birthday describes the traits that you came into the world with at birth. That means you're independent, you're a leader, you have leadership abilities, you're very determined, you're original, creative. You don't like taking orders from other people.
She can't stand it.
So it's probably best that you work in some type of supervisor role, as a manager in charge of others, or an entrepreneur working for yourself. That's probably the best for you. You're very direct and straightforward with people. You say what you mean. You mean what you say. Some people might take that the wrong way and think you're blunt or mean, but you're just getting straight to the point, skipping all the fluff. You deal very logically with people as well, rather than emotion when you're operating on that fire. And those are the positive attributes. On the negative side of the #1, you could be selfish, you could be arrogant, you could be a bully. that's of course if you're operating on the negative side of the number one.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Because
but
even
if
like
you're
with me, with the jealous bit, I don't have that. I'm so anti that. Do you know what I mean?
right,
And you're so not selfish
No,
at
I'm not.
all.
I'm
You're
too
so selfless.
giving
And that's what I think. I
sometimes.
think it's right, but I think if you feed into that's the side that you can tell me if I'm wrong, brother Nick. I
sure.
think that's the side that you've come here to work on to make sure if you're not like you're
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
That's supposed to be there, but because you're not, you've actually accomplished that part of your soul being by not being that. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Right, right,
Do
right,
you know what I
absolutely.
mean?
Right. So you have a choice on
Yeah.
which side you choose. You can choose to vibrate on the positive side, or you can choose to vibrate on the negative side.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So sometimes people ask numerologists, is the number one a good or bad number, or what are considered good numbers? What are considered bad numbers? The answer is there are no good or bad numbers. It's based on that individual person
Mm-hmm.
and
And flex.
Yeah. How you
getting
deal with
the
certain things.
that individual person.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how that works. So someone who's operating on the negative side of that number three, like we were talking about earlier, yes, they can be jealous. They can be into gossip and scandals and things like that. But if you're operating on the positive side,
Mm-hmm.
you're only focused on growth, happiness,
Yeah.
joy. You know,
Yeah, that sounds more like you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. So Sister Gail, I was referring to Sister Kemet's life path number. So I can go into. I'll talk about your life path number as well, and I'll
Mm-hmm.
explain what that means.
Yeah.
And it goes by different names. Some numerologists call it a life path number. Some call it a destiny number. But what it means is these are the lessons that you're here to learn over the course of your entire life, from birth to transition. And when I added up your life path number, which comes from adding the sum total of your birth month, your birthday, and your birth year, yours adds up to a number one. So much of the same things that I told you about being born on the 19th, it
Mm-hmm.
applies to you. It applies to the lessons that you're here to learn over the course of your entire life. So you're here to learn the positive aspects of the number one and to avoid the negative parts of it as much as possible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. It really makes sense, all of this.
No, it does. But I know you probably touched on this way before because I was slightly late. But just reiterate to anybody who's coming late on the live or like myself, how did you get into this
Oh,
numerology?
well,
Good question. We didn't touch on that.
You didn't?
No.
Okay.
yeah. So that's a great question. That's a great question. So prior to my first exposure to numerology, I've never heard of the concept. I've never heard of the science of numerology. I was a little bit familiar with astrology, but it wasn't something that I subscribed to up until the point where I got exposed to numerology. So I got exposed to numerology maybe about 2014, I believe. Yeah, around 2014. I was first exposed to numerology. I attended an event over here in the States, and I didn't attend the event for the numerology. I attended it for another speaker or presenter that was supposed to be there, and that speaker ended up not being able to make it. But I stayed at the event. So there was a numerology and disaster preparedness presentation, and then there was also a supreme mathematics presentation in which that speaker showed the sacred geometry in nature and the patterns and mathematical patterns in nature. But the numerology presentation really opened my eyes because that speaker mentioned that a lot of these elite people and men that run the world and have all of this power, they're
That's for
using these signs.
numerology.
They're,
Mm-hmm. They
they're
really
using
do.
numerology,
And astrology. Mm-hmm.
astrology, numerology, to map out their decisions and their business deals. And so I'm thinking if these billionaires and presidents of nations have astrologers and numerologists as advisors to help them navigate and make decisions, then maybe there is something to this science. And that was the moment that my mind opened up to the possibility. And initially, numerology was just a science that I used to get to know myself better, get to know my traits, or make me more aware of my traits and aspects of myself.
Mm-hmm.
But after a while, and in my excitement of sharing numerology with my friends, they started asking me questions about it. So I started to deepen my learning, to read more books, to take more courses, and eventually I just came up with the idea of using this to help people, essentially. Using this to help people. And in August of 2024, after I completed a professional certification program, I officially started my numerology business. So now I help people. I do one-on-one sessions, numerology sessions with people, and I cover topics such as the life lessons that we just talked about, character traits, career, love and relationships,
I was
health.
just gonna ask that. Just stick a pin, brother Nick. What you, is there people you're supposed to be with based on your number, and ones you're supposed to run from based on your number?
Well, I would say, and this is something that my teacher, Lloyd Strayhorn,
Oh,
says.
he's awesome.
Says,
We've been. I've really got to get him on.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So a lot of what I learned, I learned from him. And one thing that he says about compatibility and numbers is that, yes, there are numbers that are more harmonious with other numbers, and there's numbers that are more challenging to other numbers. But the most important thing, especially if you have numbers that are challenging, you can still make it work if you're willing to do the work and make it work.
Exactly.
But there are certain numbers that are more harmonious with others, and we also recommend going to an astrologer as well to get a fuller picture. So you can look at the numbers in your birthday as well as your astrological chart. Of course, you can look at your sun sign, but you can also look at your Venus and maybe another placement in there. I'm not an astrologer, so I don't have a really a thorough or extensive knowledge of astrology, but it's also good to incorporate the astrology as well to get a more full, get a fuller and more accurate picture of how that relationship might work out, or what challenges you and that partner may have to look out for and take into account for. But as long as you're willing to make it work, uh, sometimes you're able to have two challenging numbers that may not seem harmonious on the surface, but if you're willing to work, then it can have a positive outcome.
So, what numbers being a master number 11 should I run from?
Well, I won't say run from. I might say might be a bit challenging, but if we look at the lower octave of the number 11, which is a number 2, the number 9, it may certainly be a challenge to a number 2. So all that means is that number 9 person, you may have to communicate to that number 9 person that they may need to exercise some patience, some patience with you, and to not be too forceful. So yeah, each number has their different set of values that are harmonious and are challenging. But yeah, so that's for the number 11. For the number 1, let me see that. Actually, let me go
Is
to
that girl? Yeah, that's me. That.
yeah.
What am I then? Am I too?
You're too.
Yeah, let me look at that. Let me look that up very quickly for you, so I don't misspeak on the number. So that number 1 is the 6 and 8 that may be a challenge to you, Sister Gail. The people who have a 6 and the number 6 or the number 8 in their birthday, and when we say and when we're just talking about the birth date and the number 6, we're talking about anyone that's born on the 6th, the 15th, or the 24th. And with the number 8, anyone that's born on the 8th, the 17th, or the 26th of any month.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, like I said, that that can be modified by the zodiac sign as well.
And I think it works if they're not working if they're working on the side, the negative side, you know what I mean? Or they've conquered that negative side of it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I personally think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That definitely.
That's what we've come here to do, is like to work on that side. If we didn't get it sussed before.
Yeah. And just like with with any situation, if you're thinking about partnerships and romance, it's always important that we work on ourselves first, before we seek to be with someone else. So we're
exactly
always work on ourselves and become the best versions of ourselves.
Well, but just one quick question. It probably is the same, but I was one. So is life purpose, life purpose and soul purpose the same? Life path and soul purpose.
It could be, like I said, depending on what the soul purpose is referring to. If the soul purpose is referring to the sum total of the birth month, birthday, and birth year, then yes, it's the same.
Mm-hmm.
Soul purpose isn't a term that I use.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not exactly sure what's what that's referring to, but if it's referring to the sum total of the birthday, then yes, it would be the same.
What they say sometimes is that when you come in to experience the physical, you come with a soul purpose, say like a contract, like you contracted, this is what I've come here to specifically to do and to learn. What have you.
Yeah, that does sound very similar to the life path.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I was going to ask you, Brother Nick?
Sure.
So what is there, you said about the life path. So what does that determine what you're supposed to be doing while you're here?
It can that you can take into account your life path number, or you can also take into account your birthday number as well as your expression number. And your expression number is the number that comes from the sum total of your name. When you add up all of the letters in your name, that gives you indications about your natural talents and abilities and possible career inclinations. So if you look at those numbers collectively, the numbers in your name, the numbers in your life path, and your birthday, that can give you a clearer picture of what you should be doing.
Well, let's do the numbers in the name then.
So we just so is it just your first name they deal with?
First and last.
But is it your because I'm married, so is it your maiden or your married?
Whatever one you normally go by.
Right.
Okay.
So this is a good opportunity to talk about the different systems of numerology.
Yeah.
So there's many systems of numerology, but I primarily use 2 systems. systems: the Pythagorean system of numerology and the Chaldean system of numerology. And Pythagorean is considered the more modern system, and Chaldean is considered the more ancient and mystical system. So depending on which system you're using, that will tell me what part of your name I would need. So for the Pythagorean system of numerology, I would need your birth, your name at birth, your entire name at birth. But for the Chaldean system, I would use the name that you most commonly go by now. So that's where the distinction comes in. But
I would say, sorry, Brother Nick. Why I personally would say it's what you go by. What you want to be, how you want to be identified with, and what you go by as of the time you're doing it. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I think that says a lot about you at that time. Maybe I'm not making sense.
No, I understand what you're saying.
Sure, yeah. I think I understand what you're saying as well. So people have nicknames, or they might, or if they have a longer name, they might shorten it, or they might choose to change their name. And when they do that, that changes the vibration. Right. Yeah,
definitely.
Vibration of who they are, who they want to present to the world.
That's why I think there's a lot of shit there.
But in order for it to work, you have to tell everyone, this is what I want to be called, and then everyone has to
know that.
As well in order for it to really take effect.
Yeah, it's not like saying your name is Blue Junkra and and think about it, that's not what you just chose that name to call yourself for that minute. That don't make no sense. It has to be and only you know that you're Blue Junkra. It don't make no sense. It's got to be what you people know you as, isn't it, Brother Nick?
And thank you, Brother Nick, for coming. I'm sorry about that.
Quite all right. It's quite all right. No, you're absolutely right, because if you go by that name, or if you say your name, what was it? Was it Blue
John
Crab?
Wow.
People might say, no, your name is Kemet.
Exactly.
Kemet.
It's got to be a name what people
known by.
Right.
Yeah, I personally think that.
So that would require you to constantly remind people and tell people, like, no, don't call me, or I want to go by this. I want to be known by this.
It can't be your name. You say your name, and the people say, what? When did you change your name? It's got to be people know that you're that name as well, at least. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
It has to be consistent, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It can't be all over the place.
So can we get into what Kemet Imani means?
I have a fair idea.
Brother Nick, I bet you didn't sign up for this. Oh, gosh.
I expected the unexpected when I came on today.
We actually
you must have scanned our videos then.
No, we are actually more professional than this. It's just that sometimes things happen, and rather trying to hide it,
right?
We never do.
It is what it is. Because at the end of the day, it's not about the pomp and ceremony. It's about the message.
Right. Absolutely. I'm here for the authenticity myself. I love authentic moments.
Well, you're surely gonna get your hair.
Listen, if you go to my YouTube channel, sometimes I might be on there, still testing out the audio, like can I hear? Am I coming through clear? Or if you're watching my book review show with my sister Rue, we might come on laugh, going on live laughing at the beginning.
This is what I'm saying. Very real. Very, very real.
Yeah. So I like to keep things very, very simple and
that's how it should be. I think life is too much about being portraying something else,
I'm trying
and
to
to
get it a bit
portray
light 'cause it's gone dark.
something you're not is very hard to continue
That's better,
to keep
innit?
up.
Oh,
So authenticity for
Yeah.
me is a big thing.
oh yeah, it becomes exhausting where, you know, putting on the
Yeah.
mask and having to remember, having to remember your character and to be
Well,
in character all the
this
time.
is it.
It's too much.
It's energy draining. I've got time
Very,
for that.
very draining. Absolutely. Yes.
So do you have any big projects coming up that you're working on or working towards in the future?
I'm gonna get him to come to England.
Oh, yeah. Well, that would
You
be
and
a big project.
that's the big
Yeah.
project right there. Right here.
Yeah, yes, but other than that, it's just my routine, the routine projects and works that I've been doing. Like I mentioned, the YouTube channel, doing my monthly and weekly numerology forecast.
Yeah.
Doing the Red Book review. We just had a great episode yesterday, in which we, myself and my co-host, we brought two very powerful books about women, Black women. You know, so
I've got a good book for you to review.
okay. Yeah, oh yeah, please. We take all
I've got a good book for you to review.
and you're even welcome to come on and talk about it yourself. Actually,
I'll post it to you, but I'll also send you the audio to listen to.
okay.
So I'm gonna
Yeah.
post it.
Yes. I would love to hear, and we would love to have you on and talk about it as well. Since
I don't
since
listen to
you're
my
familiar.
book.
He's using his intuition now, so he's already sussed that.
I've got a good book for you.
Oh yeah. Bring it. Come join us. Come join our conversation, and yes, and talk about the book. You know, we love to hear it.
Okay. So back to Kemet Imani, because before we finish, I want people to know your handles before we get to that bit. And I would encourage everyone to book numerology reading and breakdown with this brother. His energy is beautiful. He's knowledgeable. He's worthy. You know, I'll just encourage everyone and just share this live with his handles on it when he tells you, and it should be attached somewhere in the ad. And just let people know that that's where they can get in contact with him, and it will also give you the number as well. Because I wanted us to, after we do the name bit, Brother Nick, I wanted you to do, like, pick one or two people, put your date of birth in the chat, and then you can get a little taster from Brother Nick, and then book with him straight after.
Okay. Well, yeah. So my Instagram handle is somewhere on the screen. I see it on the top here. I'm not sure where the viewers see it, but my handle is at Mr. Westbrooks, MrWestBrooks. So that is my Instagram handle. You can also see more about my numerology offerings and services on my website, supremenumerics.com. So that's spelled Supreme, SUPREME, numerics, NUMERICS.com. And that's where everything's laid out. You can see my some of my YouTube content when I was a guest on some other platforms. Of my backstory, my services, everything's on my website. But the link to my website is also linked to my Instagram as well. So if you go to my Instagram bio, to the link tree, all of my links are there as well.
Awesome. Thank you. So I don't know if this is frozen or what. If you want to, all right, we've got first two, we've got 14th of December 1987, and we've got 21st of October 1983.
Okay. So we'll start with the 14th of December. So being born on the 14th would make you a number 5 person. So number five people are individuals who are very adaptable to change. They're very versatile. They may go through, many changes throughout their life. They're lovers of freedom. Number five people are literary people. So this person, if you haven't thought about writing a book, maybe you should write a book, since the number five is a literary number. On the challenging side of the number five, you just want to make sure that you're moderating any type of vices you might partake in, whether it's sugar, alcohol, drugs, sex, online shopping, whatever that can become a negative addiction or any addiction in that sense. You want to make sure that you practice moderation in whatever those vices are. You also want to make sure you're getting adequate rest, since the number five is connected to the nervous system, and just to make sure that you're not overdoing, overworking, overplaying, and keeping everything in balance. And the second one was
the 21st of October,
October
1983. While I'm reading it out, because it's UK,
Yeah.
I know in the States the month comes different. Not that there's a month with 21 anyway, so you would have got that one. Oh, you would have gotten both actually. But I know the month comes first. No, the number, they comes first in the States. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. I noticed that when I was looking at the birthdays, and I remember that your audience members are probably over there as well.
Yeah.
21st of October makes you a number three person, and the number three is another number that's connected to the nerves. So you want to make sure that you don't allow people to work your nerves or get on your nerves, and also make sure that you also aren't overworking yourself or overplaying and making sure you get adequate rest so you don't strain yourself and become stressed. The number three, so if number five is a literary number for written expression, the number three is connected to vocal expression. So maybe you might be a singer or an actor or actress or or a speaker.
Because I'm just trying to learn as well, Brother Nick. Sorry to cut you. You're basing it on just the first two numbers, aren't you? When I thought it was a whole birth date broken down that gives you the number. Where am I going wrong? They're just cutting the days and then adding that up, isn't it?
Right. So there's certain parts of the birthday that we can look at. So right now I'm just looking at the day of the month that they're born on.
Okay.
So that tells us, so the day of the month that they're born on, that tells us one piece of information. That tells us their what attributes they were born into this world with.
Okay.
Now, when I add up the entire birthday, the month, day, and the year, that would tell me their life path number.
Okay.
Now, I was also telling you about life cycles.
Yeah.
So life cycles, the birth month tells us about the first life cycle, the birth date tells us about the second life cycle, and the birth year tells us about the third life cycle. So I'm just looking at the day of the month that they were born on, since that's the quickest, for me to look at.
Yeah.
In order for me to do the life path, I would need to calculate
Book a reading.
and I'm not that quick. I'm not that quick with math. So I'm just looking at the day of the month that they're born on. But going back to the 21st, yes, this person should be using their voice in some way and recognizing and knowing that they have something important to say and that their voice has power. Number three, people are naturally expressive, naturally optimistic and joyful and happy people. They're the life of the party. So these are the people that you want to invite to your social gatherings and hang out with, because they could be a lot of fun. But yeah, that's 21st of the month, number 3 person.
Brilliant.
Okay, and just before we shut off, Kemetimani, please.
All right, so we're looking at the names. So we're gonna go to Kim and Imani in the name. All right, so I actually did this since you sent me your name. I'm like, you know what? Let me calculate. So I have it calculated here, and I calculated in both systems of numerology. Both the Chaldean and the Pythagorean systems. So in the Chaldean system, Kemet Amani, that full name adds up to a number 5, and that tells me, you are just like the first birthday that we read, that person that was born on the 14th. It tells me that you are someone that's a lover of freedom, someone that loves to travel, especially short trips, of maybe like a few days. It tells me that you're someone that's very adaptable to change.
Yeah.
It tells me you're someone that loves to move around, not someone that that can sit still for
I can't.
too long.
Even sitting here, I'm moving around.
So,
Just can't.
yeah, that would tell me, the work that you do, along with you being being a spiritual person, having that master number 11, you can connect these numbers by maybe incorporating some type of travel into these events that you're having. So you host the events where you are. Maybe you might travel to host events, or to be a guest at an event. And you should probably write a book too, if you haven't already.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right on the money, brother. Right on the money.
Yes. And Sister Gail, I got you here too. So I'll tell you what yours adds up in the Chaldean.
I'll never leave you out.
Thank you.
All right, so Gail, yours adds up to a number 8 in the Chaldean system. So that tells me that you're someone that's authoritative, someone that's mature, someone. Number 8 is connected to money, so you should really learn about how money works, and financial literacy and your financial IQ, because people connected to the number 8, they can either they have the potential to make a lot of money, or they can lose a lot of money. Depending on their level of financial literacy. The number 8 is a karmic number, cause and effect. So whatever you put out into the world, it comes back. And that's connected to money as well, because someone who's putting out bad karma into the world can make a lot of money, but they can end up losing it, or suffering the consequences of their actions. So maybe also look into getting into real estate with the number 8. Number 8 is an ancestral number, so that tells me you should be very connected to the elders and connected to your ancestors as well. So maybe you can think of a way that you can
vibrations and stuff.
Absolutely. And I believe the number 8 is a earth number. Yeah, number 8 is an earth number anyway. It's connected to the earth. That's why we mentioned real estate, but also libations, pouring that earth, and you're a water number as well. Water and earth coming together, watering the seeds. But yeah, that's what your name tells me.
And what it tells me is that awesome, brother Nick. You're awesome. You're awesome. You're awesome. Give them your handle again. We've got to get you back on because, as you know,
we have to make sure I'm here for the beginning because
Oh, I would love to come back. You know, you all are fun, and I love that.
Thank you. You're fun too.
I love that we can be authentic. We don't have to be buttoned up and uptight on here.
Because you know.
100%, because it's long trying to be stiff and be
Well, I couldn't even if I wanted to. I can't even keep still.
No, things happen. Things don't always go according to plan. Yeah. But if your intentions are pure and correct,
absolutely,
it will work.
That's right. That's right. I'm in full agreement. That's right. Yes.
So your handles again, brother Nick, and please everyone book that numerology reading with brother Nick. Absolutely awesome.
Yes.
And I'm surely going to do that. Get a monthly one.
Thank you for having me, and I'm
it's
grateful.
Been a pleasure.
I'm grateful.
Absolute pleasure.
To find each other on Live with Lloyd.
That's what I'm saying. And then I was messaging him from ages ago. Weren't even in.
Yeah.
And then one day he popped up on my feed and you was on there. I was like, it's good. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. And thank you to the audience out there. I'm reading the comments as they pop up too. Welcome and that joined and left all of these positive and beautiful comments here.
Oh,
no, but it has been a good live, even though I missed a bit. But I'm getting good vibes and good energy from you. Yeah. You're a very humble soul.
And I feel the same way. I'm receiving the same energy from you all.
Oh, thank you. And in the comments, people saying, lovely brother, they love your energy, you know, and they said thank you. And facts also, all what you're saying is true about them. LP number 7, I don't know what that means. Oh, Life Path number 7.
Okay.
From the one that you read, the 21st one. But it's been really
positive.
Great.
All positive.
Yeah, people love you.
So we will do a part 2, 3, 4, 5. So
100.
We will. We need to.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward.
Thank you.
Glad to come back.
Oh, thank you. So keep on doing what you're doing. One more time, how can people get hold of you, please?
Again, my Instagram handle is Mr. Westbrooks, the handle that you see on this live. And if you go to the link in my bio, all of my links are there. The links to my website, YouTube channel, booking page to book a numerology session with me. Everything is in my link tree, in the link to my Instagram bio.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's been an absolute pleasure. So, enjoy the rest of your day, evening. What time is it? What time is it where you are now?
It's
4 hours.
It's about a little after 2 o'clock p.m.
Okay, well, enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.
Okay. Take
For the rest
care.
of the evening.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Take care.
All right, take care.
Bye-bye.